Okay, students. So in the last lecture, we saw the sums based on the chain rule. That was the sums from the exercise number first. Okay. As I told you, first exercise in which you will gonna see the sums based on log, sums based on algebraical, sums based on trigo, and sums based on exponential. So in the last lecture, we had covered uh, 3-4 sums based on the algebraical, and even we took one example based on the logarithm also. Okay. Even we saw the exponential sum also. Okay, so here we left with a trigo. Okay, trigo. And in the logarithm, we did only one sum. So here we'll take some more example today. Okay, based on log. So we're gonna cover the sums based on trigo and the logarithm. Okay, and as I told, there is one complete exercise, the second exercise, the whole and sole exercise, it is based on inverse. So in the first exercise, the sums based on the inverse, it is not there. So the inverse section, it is separated. So your second exercise, the whole and sole exercise, it is based on the inverse section. Okay, so in the first exercise, you will gonna see only the sums based on log, algebraical, trigo, and exponential. Okay, so let's begin with the first example. Okay, so in the last lecture, we had seen the first sum, yes or no? So again, we'll see the first, and we'll see how to present the sum based on the chain rule for trigo. Okay, so here the first one, it says that cos x square plus a square. So as I told, always you have to start with let. Okay, if y it is not there on the left hand side, so y equal to cos x square plus a square. Okay, so the first step, we know that derivative with respect to x we have to write. Okay, then after that, dy by dx, then d upon dx of cos x square plus a square. Okay, so clearly we can see that here x is replaced by some other term. So this look like what, cos x? Yes or no? This look like what, cos x? So according to the chain rule, the rule number one is what? First, guess the formula. First, you have to guess the formula. So here clearly we can see that this part look like what? Cos x. So what is the derivative of cos x? It is minus sine x. So first, guess the formula, and straight away you have to derive keeping the x part as it is. So you will write minus sine square x. So this x part will be same as it is. Then after that you will write into d upon dx of, now we have to find what is the second rule for the chain rule. First you will guess the formula and straight away derive keeping the x part as it is. Then you have to derive only the x part. So your x part is replaced by what? It is replaced by x square plus a square. Okay, so in the next step, this part will keep as it is. Already we had find the derivative of this part. So into, now check out derivative of x square plus a square. So here how many terms are there? There are two terms, x square plus a square. Okay, so the connection is plus between these two terms. So we know that whenever the connection is plus or minus, so we have to do the individual derivative, separate derivative. Okay, we have to find the separate derivative. Okay, so clearly we can see that this look like x raised to n formula, and this, don't say this look like x raised to n, it look like x raised to n, but here x it is not there, x is replaced by a. And according to the rule, we know that in the derivative, except x, the remaining alphabet also you have to consider as a constant only. So a is also constant and 2 is also constant. So this whole thing we have to consider as a constant only. So we know that derivative of any constant number, it is what? A zero. So remember this. Remember this. Remember this. Derivative of any constant, it is what? A zero. Okay. So here 2 is a constant and even a is also constant because we are finding the derivative with respect to x. So except x, all the remaining alphabet also we have to consider as a constant only. So here clearly we can see that a square is the whole thing, it is a constant. Okay, so here there is no need to show the separate derivative. Directly we can find x square, we can write as 2x. Okay, using the formula x raised to n, that is n into x raised to n, you will get 2x and derivative of a square will be what? 0. Okay, so in the next step this can be written as minus sine square, okay, x square plus a square into 2x plus 0, it can be written as 2x. After this, I guess we cannot see any common, any like terms, any cancellation which we can do, so we can stop our answer. Understood? Okay. So in this way, you have to present your sum and see to it that whatever the formula you will apply for that particular sum, okay, so that formula you will mention on the right hand side as a reason. Okay. So let's move on to the second sum now. So here the second sum, it says that what? Cosec root cot x. Okay, so again same, first we'll write let y equals to cosec root cot x. Okay, so derivative with respect to x, so dy by dx equal to d upon dx of cosec, d upon dx of cosec root cot x. Okay, so first guess the formula. So clearly we can see that this look like what? Cosec x, but here x is replaced by root x. Remember this. Okay, so again we have to use the chain rule. So as I had explained in the last lecture also, till where we have to do the chain rule. Okay, if you see x is replaced by any other term after derivative also, again you have to find the chain rule for that particular term till x comes in place of x. Okay, so here clearly we can see that we have to find the derivative of cosec x. So derivative of cosec x, we know that it is minus cosec into cot. Yes or no? So this is the formula. Okay, so we all know that the formula is what? Just check out here. For cosec is minus cosec into cot, and for cot it is minus cosec square. Okay, you have to remember all the basic formulas while solving the sums based on the first exercise. So your first exercise, it is based on all the that basic formulas of your 11th standard, basic formula, trigo basic means derivative basic formulas of your 11th standard. Okay, as well as the chain rule. So your first exercise, it is based on chain rule concept and the basic derivative. So in the basic derivative, all that 20 plus formulas are there, and then the 4 properties. Okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So this all things you must know before dealing the sums of your first exercise. Okay, so without knowing this small things, you cannot able to start your sums. So here we know that cosec x is what? Minus cosec x. So here according to the chain rule, first guess the formula. First you have to guess the formula. Yes or no? Derivate keeping the x part same as it is. So minus cosec into cot x. Yes or no? Minus cosec into cot x. But here x is replaced by what? Cot x. Okay. So this part will keep as it is for a while, into cot root cot x into. So this section clearly we can see that this look like what, root x. Yes or no? So we know that derivative of root x is what? What is the derivative of root x? Derivative of root x, we know that that is 1 upon 2 root x. Yes or no? So it is 1 upon 2 root x. We have the derivative for root x. It is 1 upon 2 root x. Remember this. We have the derivative for root x. We don't have the derivative for root cot x. So here clearly we can see that again x is replaced by some other term. So whenever you see in place of x, there is a different term, straight away you have to use the chain rule concept. So this look like root x, but x is not there. So again we have to do the chain rule. Again we have to derivate the x part. So 1 upon 2 root x. So according to the rule, the first step is what? Guess the formula, derivate keeping the x part as it is, and then after that you have to find the derivative of that x section. So your x part, it is replaced by what? Cot x. Understood? X part is replaced by what? Cot x. So on the right hand side you can mention the formula. So whatever the formula you will be using for that particular sum, see to that you have to mention all the things on the right hand side as a reason. Okay, so your minus cosec root cot x into cot root cot x into 1 upon 2 root cot x into derivative of cot, we can write as minus cosec square x. So after this we have to use the chain rule again? No, because here we have to find the derivative of cot x. Check out, in place of x, it is x only. Here x is not replaced by any other term. So after this we cannot able to apply the chain rule concept. So I hope you all understood what is the chain rule and how to do the process, how to present the sum in the exam, means how to tackle, how to expand the sum whenever x is replaced by any other term. Okay, so as whenever you will find a derivative of particular term and see that it look like that formula, but x is replaced by some other term, straight away you will apply the chain rule. Till where we have to do this process? Till you see x in place of x. Okay, so as clearly we can see that in this step, x in place of x, it is x only. Here x is replaced, it is not replaced by any other term, so we can stop our answer. Means stop our answer means don't apply the chain rule again. So now just simply you have to check, is there any common cancellation which we can do? I cannot see any common cancellation, and don't cancel this root cot because this is with cot root x. Remember this. So this is an angle, this is an angle, so we cannot we cannot cancel. Like suppose if I say cot theta 1 upon 2 theta, so can we cancel this theta? No, we cannot do this. Okay, so here I cannot see any common cancellation which we can do. Okay, any procedure, so we can stop our answer. Okay, okay, so just in the next step, this minus of minus into minus, it will become plus. If you want, you can mention that step, otherwise you can keep the answer as it is. Okay, so it is on you. So in this way you have to present your sum. Okay, so let's try out the third one, and fourth one, please try the fourth one by yourself. So I will explain the third one. Okay, so again here also the first step, it will be same. Let, you will start with let y equals to tan cos sin x. Okay, so derivative with respect to x, so dy by dx equals to d upon dx of what? Tan cos sin. Yes or no? Okay, so First guess. So clearly we can see that this look like what? Derivative of tan x. Yes or no? Derivative of tan x. So we know that derivative of tan x is what? Sec square x. But here clearly we can see that here x is replaced by some other term. So we have to use the chain rule concept. So according to the chain rule, the first step is what? Guess the formula. Guess the formula. Yes or no? You have to guess the formula. Okay. And straight away you have to derivate keeping the x part as it is. Okay, then you'll find the derivative of that only the x section, x part. So your x is replaced by what? Cos sine x. Okay, so this is the rule for the chain rule. Okay, so first thing is what? First guess the formula. Straight away you have to derivate keeping the x part same as it is, and then you have to derivate only the x section. So here we'll keep this part as it is because already we had find the derivative of this section into, now we have to find the derivative of cos of sine x. So here clearly we can see that this look like what? Derivative of cos x, but here cos x again it is replaced by what? Cos x. Here x is replaced by what? Sine. So again we have to do the chain rule. So here minus sine x. So here x is what? Sine x only. So here x is replaced by some other term. So again we have to do the chain rule. Remember this. Okay. So first guess the formula. So this look like cos x. So cos x derivative is what? Minus sine x. So according to the chain rule, guess, derivate, keep the x part same as it is, and then you will derivate only the x part. So here x is replaced by sine x. So here I had derivate only the x part. Okay. So in the next step, we'll keep this section as it is, sec square of cos of sine into minus sine of sine, and then into derivative of sine, we know that it is cos. So that formula you can mention here. So whatever formula you will be using, see to that on the right hand side you mention that formula, okay, as a reason. So after this I cannot see any common cancellation which we can do, so you can stop your answer here itself. Okay, so in this way you have to present your sum in the board exam. Okay, so this is what we do in the chain rule. That is very simple. Just remember the two rule. Guess the formula, derivate with respect to the suitable formula. Okay, first step, guess the formula, derivate keeping the x part as it is, and then you have to derivate only the x part. Okay, see that if after doing that process also, again if you see x is replaced by some other term, again you have to repeat the chain rule. Okay, once the derivative is over, again you see after doing the chain rule also, again x is replaced by some other term, repeat the process. Okay, so you have to repeat the process till where x comes in place of x. Okay, so this is what we do in the chain rule. So this was the sums based on the trigo. So as now we had covered the sums based on algebraical, okay, algebraical also, trigo also, and exponential also. Even we saw one sum based on the logarithm. Okay, so let's try one more sums based on some example based on log. Okay, so remember in the first exercise, the question number three, first initial sums are based on exponential, but after that there are sums based on log. Okay, some sums based on the basic log, direct derivative of log x. Okay, after that there are some sums based on the properties of log. Remember, without knowing the properties, this properties of log, it was there in your 11th standard. Without knowing the basic things, basic properties of the log, you cannot able to solve the sums of the question number, solve the sums of the first exercise, that is question number 3. And even the properties of the log, it is there in the exercise number 2.3. as I told you, 2.2 exercise, it is based on inverse, but here 2.3 whole and sole exercise, it is based on properties of log. So in simple language, 2.2 it is based on inverse, and 2.3 it is based on log, complete log section. Okay, so there is a property based on log. So without knowing that property, you cannot able to solve the sums of exercise number 2.3. Okay, so whole and sole exercise 2.3, it is based on the properties. And even the question number 3 of the first exercise, even in the first exercise, there are sums based on the properties of log. So first we're gonna see the properties of log, and after that only we'll see how to find the derivative for a logarithm. Okay, but as I told in question number 3, there are some basic sums based on the log, and there are sums based on the properties of log. So there are sums based on the log. Without using the properties also, we can able to solve the sums. So that types of the sums will gonna cover now. Okay, already we did one sums based on the log in the last lecture. So let's try one more sum. But there are some sums in question number 3. We have to use the properties of log. After that only we can do the derivative process. Okay, so there are two things which you have to remember in the first exercise for the question number 3. There are some sums where simply you have to apply the straight away, you have to apply the derivative of log x, but there are sums based on the properties of log. Okay, so after this we're gonna cover these two things in the lecture. Okay, so as in the last lecture we had covered this one sum, yes or no, this we saw, yes or no, in the last lecture. So it is very simple, and I told you have to try the second, third and fourth sum also. So as I told, if you feel any difficulty while solving the sum, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. So here we saw the first sum, so let's try out one more sum. Let's try out the second sum. Okay, so let's try out the second sum also. So this 3, 4 sums which I took here, that the first, second, third, fourth, it is a basic sum. Basic sum means without using the properties of log, we can solve the sums. Just simply you must know what is the derivative of log x. So here clearly we can see that derivative of log x is what? Derivative of log x is what? 1 upon x, 1 upon x. So here clearly we can see that here x is replaced by some other term. So let y equals to log cos of x cube minus 5. So derivative with respect to x. Okay, dy by dx, d upon dx of, you will write log, okay, log cos x cube minus 5. So according to the chain rule, first guess the formula. So this look like log x. So derivative of log x is 1 upon x, yes or no? But x is replaced by some other term. What is that term? It is cos x cube minus 5. So this is the rule, yes or no? Chain rule. Guess the formula, and derivate keeping the x part as it is, and then you have to derivate only the x part, yes or no? So this part will keep as it is for a while. Already we had find the derivative of this section. So here we have to find the derivative of this section. So this section look like what? Derivative of cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x, but clearly we can see that x is replaced by here some other term. So whenever you see x is replaced by some other term, you have to use the chain rule. Okay, so chain rule, step number 1, guess the formula, derivate keeping the x part as it is, and then you have to derivate the x section only. So here the x part, it is replaced by x cube minus 5. I hope you all understood how to expand the sum for the chain rule. So you have to expand the sum for the chain rule till x comes in place of x. Okay, so now we have to find the derivative of this section. As clearly we can see that here in place of x, it is x is there. So after this, don't apply the chain rule concept. Simply you have to do the basic derivative, and then you can stop your answer. So here this part look like x raised to n. So this we can write as 3x square and derivative of phi is constant, so derivative of any constant number is what? 0. Okay, so in the next step, this can be written as minus sine x cube minus phi into 3x square upon cos x cube minus phi. So you can stop your answer here itself, or else one more step you can increase this sine and cos, and their thetas are same, yes or no? X cube minus phi, x cube minus phi. So this can be written as tan x cube minus phi into 3x square if you want. Okay, so here also we can stop our answer. After this, I cannot see any common cancellation which we can do, so you can stop your answer. Okay, so this is what the all this concept based on the chain rule. Okay, so you can try out the question number 3rd and 4th by yourself. Okay, still you feel any doubt, so let me know, so I will explain that both the sum also. So that's the end of the concept based on the chain rule. The sums based on logarithm, inverse, it is your second exercise. Logarithm, algebraical, trigo, and exponential. Second exercise, it is based on inverse, and your 2.3 exercise, it is based on properties of log. Okay, so without knowing the properties of log, you cannot able to solve your sums of the exercise number 2.3, even the question number 3 of your exercise number 2.1. So in the 2.1 and 2.3 whole and sole exercise is based on the log part, but it is based on the properties of log, not only log section, it is based on properties of log. So we're gonna see now the properties of log first. Okay,